Alright, everyone. My apologies. Audio kind of sucks today. For some reason, my primary audio system has decided to not function today. So, you get to hear a little bit of noisy me today. So, start puzzle. I am going to have to figure out what's wrong there. It might just need a reboot. I've been doing a lot of this lately, and I'm not seeing the... Oh, maybe I've got it back. Give me just a moment. So switch back here. Switch source. All right. I'm using a camera I personally don't like. Let's see. Oh, that's even worse. How about hear me? Okay. I think we can work with that. That's my headset or headphones. Seems to be a little bit better. So, all right. We'll go with that for today. It seems like I'm overdriving things though. Let's try dropping a little bit. At least that way it won't be blowing out the speakers and anybody listening on speakers or the earphones, so if anybody listening on headset. There we go. And it's still up high. Okay. Back to the puzzle. And let's drop these two. Get in a hurry. I'm still not happy with the audio. My apologies to everybody. Well, we are very late. This is Rusty's late night Sudoku stream day. Wish it weren't, but here we are. Okay, put that there. And let's start. Okay. So one of these is going to be a 1. I have 3 possibilities there, or 4 possibilities. 2 possibilities here, 2 here. Everything's kind of open here, 4 here. Now, not quite everything. These are all locked. All right, 2s. Just the one of them on the board. Yep, just the one. So we're going to skip that for now. I've got 3 3s. There's 2 possibilities here. Way too many over here. Here we've got 2 possibilities. And we're going on to 4s. Got 2 possibilities on the board. There are going to be 2 possibilities there. 2 here. And that's going to do for now. 5s. 2 possibilities for 5 here. And 5 possibilities here. 2 up here. And 3 down here. So we move 6s. I've got two possibilities here, and 6, not 5. All right, we get a fill with 6 here, and another one here. That gives me 2 possibilities here, and 3 possibilities over here. So it looks like we go on to 7s. This one's, nope. That's going to be a 7. One of these two is going to be a 7. One of these two will be a 7, which means this is a 7. Makes this a 7. I've got 2 possibilities here, 3 here, and let's look at 8s. We get an 8 here. I got 4 possibilities here, 5 possibilities there, 3 over here, and that's not getting me much more. Be a 9, and that means 3 possibilities here. In fact, one of these two is going to be a 9, and one of these two, one of these two, I've got 4 possibilities here, 2 possibilities down here. All right. Let's see. We've got 4 and 1 posted here. So one of these two, one of these two is going to be a 5. And that leaves a 2 here. So now we've got 2 2s on the board. Why the dancers are leaving 2 2s all over the place, I don't know. All right. Bad pun. A pair of 1s there. A pair of 1s here. Makes this a 1. Meaning one of these two is a 1. So that's going to be a 1. All right. 3s. Okay, one of these two is going to be a 3, not a 2. So, in other numbers, we've got 2 places for a 2 now. There. That means 2 places here. 1s, 2s, 3s. And 3 places for a 4, so we'll hold off on that. 5, 6, 7, 8, which makes this one into a 4. So one of these two is going to be a 4. That's not it, so that's a 4. And let's see. 1 pair possibilities for 2. This one, this is 3. Never mind. What's 3's here? I've got 3, 4 there. So I've got 3 possibilities for 5. 2 for 6, 2 for 7, and 8, and 4 possibilities for a 9. All right, how about down here? We've got 1s on the board, or earmarked. 2s. Unfortunately, I've got way too many possibilities for 2. 2 possibilities for 3. 4 on the board. 4 possibilities for 5. A 6. 3 possibilities for 8. and 2 possibilities for a 9. Let's see over here. Actually, let's take a look at this. So, based on what I see in the column, I've got a 2 and an 8 possible there. And well, 3 possibilities here for an 8. 1, 2, 3 more possibles here. Let's see if we can narrow that down some. How about 2s? All we know at the moment is there are 2 possibilities. 2 is at the top, 4 possibilities here. So 4 possibilities here. 3. One of these 2 is going to be 3. Not a 2, 3. And I got 2 possibilities for 3 there. Okay. 4s. And nothing useful. Well, actually, there is something. One of those 2 is going to be a 4. So that's going to be a 4. Got more to figure out over here. But that leaves 5 possibilities for a 4 here. One of these 2 is going to be a 5. 6 and a 7. 3 possibilities for an 8 and a 9. Then, let's see. Okay. Well, that doesn't really change much. Okay, 5 9s there for 1. Pair of 1s there. 3 possibilities for 2 here. 3 possibilities here. All right, that can be a 2. That can be a 2. Both of these can be a 2. That can't be a 3. That can't be a 3. So I've got 2 possibilities for a 3 here. 4. That can't be a 5. So I've got 2 possibilities for a 5 here, which drops 2 possibilities here for a 5. All right. 6, 5, 7 here. So now I've got 1, 3. One of these 2 is going to be a 2, which means this one's going to be an 8. And that gives me 2 possibilities for an 8 up here. And I've currently got 2 possibilities for a 6 here, which means this is not a 6. This one is. Stages along the way. How about 7s? So that one can't be a 7. That one can't be a 7. So I got 3 here. All 3 of these can get 3. We've got the 4. 2 possibilities for 5. 2 for 6. 4 for 3 for 7. 2 for 8 and a 9. Okay. So over here we've got an 8 coming into this one of these two. 1, 4 possibilities for 2, and 4 possibilities for 4. That can't be an 8. One of these two is an 8, so this is not an 8. That makes that an 8. All right. Since that is an 8, that means this is an 8, which turns this into an 8. This becomes a 3. Still the 2, 4. 3 possibilities. Okay. 9, 1, 2. Now down to 2 possibilities there. Probably have them for a while. 3s. One of these 3 is a 4. 5. I've got single possibility for 6 here. That makes this one a 6. All right. And I've now got 2 possibilities for a 7. Up here, this one can't be a 7. That means this one has to be a 5. This is a 7. And that means this is a 5. Which means this is going to be one of these two anyway. A 3. Can't be this one. So there's 3 and that's 7. All right. We are moving along. And looks like we've already figured out this one's going to be our 7 and a 2 here with a 9 over here. That's going to be a 3. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. And that turns this one into a 5, which makes this one a 5. And that turns this into a 3. 2 and 3 here. This becomes a 9 and a 1 here. And that turns this into a 1. This one's going to be a 2. So that'll be a 2. Oh, not that one. This one's a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one will be an 8. So one of these is going to be an 8. That's going to be this one. Not a 9. 8. And that becomes a 4. Which makes this a 2. One of these two is going to be a 4. This will be a 2 and an 8 here. Let's see. So over here, one of these two is going to be a 4. This one's going to be a 9. 9, so that's a 4. I've got a 1, 2, 1, 3. This can be one of them. All right. We have a problem. Yes, this is going to be a 2. This cannot be a 3, so that's going to be a 3. But this can't be a 1. All right. Time to back out a bit. And I'm going to back out to there. Nope, I'm going to have to back. Maybe I have to back up there? Yes, I do. Okay. Nope, that one can't be a 3. Alright, I'm going to restart. And this time we're going to do flood. Technically, a flood is a bad process for speed, and I understand that. However, it does give me the ability to actually solve. Okay, we're going to 2. Part of the problem is that because I'm just flooding all these entries in, it makes it a little harder to find the ones where it really doesn't belong initially, like I did with the ones in the first, or up here. Where was it? Here, where I initially marked all 4 of these as ones and didn't see ones over here until later. All right. These 2 is 4 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. And here. And 3 possibilities here. And 4 possibilities here. Okay. 4s. And yes, if you're tuning in at this point, audio sucks today. I know that. I'm hearing it in my ear. Okay, one of these 2 is going to be, this could be 1 and 4. So these are all going to be 2s possible. So those can't be. That deals with 4s. Oh, wait. No, neither of these can be 4. All right. 5s. Okay, 5s. So okay, I believe that's it for 5s. So move on to 6s. Is Now these are not sixes. That is. And we're going to put two possibilities here, which means that one is not. Oh, wait. That is also a possibility. And we get two possibilities here. All right. Two possibilities for 7 here. Here to 4 by mistake. And that can't be, so that is a 7. And one of these two is a 7. One of these two is a 7, not that one, so that's a 7. And that means this is a 7. And I end up with 3 possibilities here. And 3 possibilities. No, 1 possibility here. Which means that's a 7. And over here, that's a 7. And we got 7s everywhere. 4. 8s. Well, one of these 3 is going to be an 8. Means this is an 8. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. 5 possibilities here. This apparently can't be a 6. Does that change anything? Yes, it does. That's a 6. And we should have a total of, we can solve 6s now. Since I've got 2 possibles for 6 there and nothing in this column, that means that's a 6. And these two will be a 6, none of these two. All right, can't quite solve them. All right. We were looking at 8s. And it looks like I get to finish up this column here. And now we've got 9s to drop. One of these two will be a 9. One of these two is going to be a 9. And since I've got a 9, 5, 9, 5, this one into it. All right, how about up here? Got 3 possibilities for a 9 there. 2 possibilities here. And looks like I got a 9, 3 pair here. Neither of these can be a 9 or a 3. Neither of these can be a 3. So we can pull the 4 there. We can also pull the 8 and a 2 here. That makes this into a 4 since it can't be an 8 or a 2. And that gives me 8, 2 at the top. Means that can't be an, that can be an 8, but that can't. And neither of these can be a 2. All right, the 6 marked here. Is that it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 8, 9. So yes, this is a 6. Makes this a 5, this a 4. Looks like this is going to be a 6 here, making this a 9, that's a 2. Up here, that becomes a 3 and a 9 there. This becomes a 1 and a 5 here. leaving an 8-2 pair here and here. Nothing really spectacular about that, but come down here. This is the only thing that can be a 9 now. This and this are going to be 1s, 5s, and 3. 8-2 pair here, 4-1 pair here, 9. Okay. Interesting combination. 8-3, 4-3, 8-4-3, 8-3. This is going to be 4. I'm missing something here. I believe I am. So let's undo that 4 and check what else we possibly have here. Got a 1, 2. This could be a 3 in there. 4 in there. Nope, can't be a 5, 6, or 7, or 8. But it can be a 9. Neither of these can be a 9. That can't be a 9. This or these two can't be 9. So this is a 9, 5, and 9. All right, that 5 affected this. Now the only place I can 5 there. All right. And I've still got 2 possibilities here. But since neither of these can be a 5, and this one is, that means this is a 5, this is a 1, and this is a 3. That makes this an 8, 3, and 4. 8 up here. And this becomes an 8 with a 2, 3, 4 here. Now we've got a 1 here, 3, pair of 1 2s there. 8 here. This one has a 1 2 or a pair of 1 2s in the same row. So that's going to be a 4. This becomes a 4. 1 2 1 2 makes this 1 or 2 3 and 2 3. This becomes a 2. This is an 8, and this is a 2. This is now an 8, a 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, and an 8. 2, 2, and 1 to solve. 30 minutes and 21 seconds for me today. I will see what I can do about the audio sometime in the next several hours. Otherwise, we will see you soon. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.